The following segment is sponsored by Any Hour Services.
I am here with Mike from Any Hour Services. Now, Mike, we have all heard that annoying chirping sound from our smoke detectors. It's not the birds outside, it's your smoke detector, so it's very annoying, and it's always at like 2 a.m. What do we do?
Well, if you do hear a chirping smoke detector, the first thing that I recommend people do is go and change the battery, because that can be a sign that the battery is going dead, and it's the smoke detector. It has a safety thing built in to say, hey, you want this thing to work. And so go to wherever your smoke detector is. You usually can take it and twist it counterclockwise, and it'll come down off the ceiling or off the wall. And there's usually a wiring harness built in the back. If you want to disconnect that, you can.
You probably need to pull it down, right?
If you want to pull it down. If you've got a ladder and you feel comfortable trying to change them on the front, because what you want to do is you want to find out where the battery is. Now, a lot of smoke detectors nowadays, they make it easy for you. You might not have to twist it down because they have a door on the front that you can just slide open. They might have a door on the side that would open. If you don't see a door, you are going to have to pull that thing down off the ceiling. And some older smoke detectors, they might have a screw closing the door, and you just remove that screw, pop that open to reveal a battery. Or if you don't see a screw, you may see a tab where you just kind of pop that thing open to reveal the battery. It's usually a 9-volt battery or a set of AA batteries that are causing that you would need to replace in your smoke detector.
Sure. Okay. Now, once we change the batteries, if it doesn't stop chirping, what do we do next?
If it doesn't stop chirping, what you're going to do is, well, I've done a couple of things over the years. Sometimes I've taken it down thinking that that would cause it to stop. I'll undo the wiring harness and we'll just set it on the dryer, and then it still chirps, and then I take it and I throw it out in the yard. And I've smashed one with a sledgehammer. But the best way to try and do it is if you take the smoke detector, disconnect it from the wiring in the house, take the batteries out, and a lot of people don't realize that the reason it continues to chirp after you've disconnected it and the batteries are out is because there's a little device in there that stores electricity, and it causes it to continue to chirp. So the button that's on the front, once you've disconnected it and taken the batteries out, if you press and hold that button,
there it is.
See how it chirped, but then you could hear how the power was being drained out of it. That's the way you actually can get it to stop chirping. Now, that doesn't mean like, oh, just put it back up on the ceiling and it looks like your smoke detector's working.
Right.
You may need to replace it, because if changing the batteries doesn't work, then it's possible that it had a surge and the thing has gone bad. So the rule of thumb is replace the batteries proactively once a year. They usually say when the time is changing. So coming up, you're going to want to go and change the batteries. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that smoke detectors actually go bad after 10 years.
Interesting. 10 years, that it's done.
It's done, and you should replace them. So after the smoke detector is over 10 years old, if you haven't replaced them, go ahead and do that. If you take the smoke detector down, you can look on the back and there's going to be a date. This one says 2015, this one says 2002.
So it's usually on the back right there.
It's on the back. If it's over 10 years old, replace it proactively.
Okay, you know what? Thank you for keeping us safe. These are very good tips to know, Mike. Great to see you.
Thanks.
Any Hour Services can help you with any electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Visit them at anyhourservices.com.